second and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And his first look is incomplete. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, The longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And they're running right through it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Frank Gore, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to right. Around the 27. Tannehill on first down. trying to improvise. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, it's Gore. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They still can't get it. That is caught inside the 5. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ryan Tannehill scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Hey, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen, because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And here now come the Falcons. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And he's got it up and through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Drake across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They go play action here on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, Drake. And able to work his way down to the 16. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. On 4th down, Tannehill. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Tannehill. This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills from 19 yards away, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Ryan now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gore. Gore fighting him off. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. So, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Tannehill. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
21.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as it took.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. 2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it. Freeman. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Freeman unable to get free here on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A Dolphin 1st down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
To throw is Tannehill. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And take it right at the 35. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 33 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle, come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, a second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play. The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end. Zone of the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Tannehill. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And it's caught by Parker. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 31 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on if you're intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the third in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Dolphins going on fourth. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, guys. Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Go.
Tannehill. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Open space inside the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.